If you fancy a career in games development, you could do a lot worse than to send your CV to EA Canada, here in Vancouver. It's the home of EA Sports, creator of such games as Madden, NHL and Fight Night, plus some other stupid sport involving kicking one of these around.
It's the biggest football game in the world and, after the brilliant FIFA 09, is now widely viewed as the best. The big threat to FIFA now is no longer just Konami's Pro Evolution Soccer, it's complacency. In August, Eurogamer TV travelled to Vancouver and walked into the EA Sports dressing room to find out what goes into the making of FIFA, and then follow the team to Cologne for the public unveiling at Gamescom. This is the story of FIFA 10. No doubt about it, Vancouver is one of the world's most beautiful cities. But what does Canada know about football? It's a refrain the FIFA team used to hear a lot.
It's not so bad now, but in the past when we used to get a bit of stick for, you know, you're making a football game in Canada kind of thing. These guys don't know what they're doing and they're not working hard enough or whatever. It was really frustrating that, because if you go downstairs, if you see the passion of the team there, you see that you go down there at 10 o'clock tonight, and not that we're asking them to be there, they're just, the guys are there because they want to make this game as good as it can possibly be.
And don't just take the word of the bloke from Scotland. This lot come from all over the place.
I'm from Japan.
I'm a America Cali fan from back home in Colombia.
And there's even a guy that's played in a real World Cup qualifier.
Yeah, I played in the youth qualifiers. I played for Jamaica. So my other team is the Reggae Boys when it comes around to it. But yeah, I played under 20s, the youth qualifiers through the Caribbean Championships and CONCACAF. And I was on the Olympic team as well, and got one call up for the full national team, but I didn't get in the game, so I don't count that one.
While the EA Canada team's serious footballing skills are now beyond question, it wasn't always the case. And the big change didn't come until the transfer to the new generation of hardware and FIFA 07.
So in the first year, we had about 400 of feature list that we knew we wanted to do. And we knew we're not going to get all these 400 lists. In FIFA 07, when we ship it, it's a new engine, but we knew it wasn't perfect. So it's not really single-year visions. It's a multi-year visions, and that visions continue moving forward.
FIFA 09, the third game based on the new engine, was arguably when the team finally hit its stride. But rest on its laurels, not a chance.
In previous FIFAs, we've been so busy trying to catch up and trying to make sure that the game has all the features that it should have. Maybe the features themselves weren't as polished as we would have liked, but this year we've really had the chance to polish the major features and then also innovate. I think you'll have seen some of the feedback that we've had on 360-degree dribbling already has been very, very positive.
And that allows you to hit holes between players or save the ball from going out of bounds in a way that you just couldn't do before.
One of the coolest ways to think about it is it gives you an extra second on the ball.
The FIFA revolution began in 07 with an Englishman, Joe Booth, as team captain. But it wasn't until the signing of dangerous Dave Rutter that the squad fulfilled its title ambitions. Topping last year's Metacritic league with 88 points wasn't enough for some people though.
I want 90.
It's time to speak to the big man. In we come. Right then, Rutter, let's have it. Don't look up where. He's just told us. He's just told us not to look up somewhere. Film it. Film it. Film it. Film it. Film it.
Look there. Some nice quotes from FIFA 09 from different people and some scores.
Is there a quote from Eurogamer on there? I don't believe there is.
I don't think there is actually. I think when we were doing this,
well, we only gave it an 8, didn't we? So.
Yeah.
It was only after Rutter sat down and showed us his legs that we learned of Custard Pie Gate.
I forgot to show you my poster there. We had a charity event where certain members of the exec team and management and whatnot got custard pied in the face for charity.
Did Peter Moore get
custard pied
in the face?
Yes, he did get custard pied in the face, and I've probably got a video of it somewhere.
Can we see it?
Maybe later.
Okay. Are there photos of him getting custard pie?
Definitely.
Aside from the japes, what is the relationship between Moore and Rutter really like?
He's here relatively frequently. I get the odd phone call from him. I get a lot of emails if I've said something in an interview that he kind of finds funny. He's a really good football player, and everyone I talk about it a lot, but he is. I was really quite surprised. He's a massive sports fan.
So, about that Metacritic rating.
When you go through and you look at them, so this is the PS3 Metacritic scores, 93, 91, 91, there's a lot of 90s there from last year, FIFA 9, you go down, 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 keep going, 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 keep going. Oh! But that's our worst score.
It's all down to that Eurogamer review.
It is. It is for a lot of people out here, they wait for that one, I tell you.
That's FIFA's little corner of this enormous complex. But we couldn't come all this way without having a proper poke around. It's not all work, work, work here. To be honest, we're surprised any games get made at all. What with the full-size basketball court, private theatre, university, pool tables, arcade games, fitness centre. And if all that sounds a bit too stressful, why not grab something from the library? Or, after a long day of skiving off playing sport, let someone else turn that frown upside down.
Good afternoon, I'm here for my massage.
Oh, absolutely, Mr. Meekley.
Failing that, you could just get hammered.
Now that is what I'm talking about. They have beer taps in the cafe.
No wonder Nintendo's boss visited.
Not only do they make games in this building, they also make the building itself. And this staircase has been designed by people to represent the SSX snowboarding series with the sharp turns and contours of a snowboard run.
And if being indoors is getting you down, there's always the football pitch outside. Did we mention that EA Canada also has the largest motion capture facility in the world? Amazingly, there are still people at their desks doing actual work.
I think we currently have around 16,000 players in FIFA. This is Mr. Rooney here. That's what he looks like, just as a base mesh. So that's what he looks like with the texture on. And a lot of love's gone into Wayne Rooney because, you know, not because he plays for Man United, but because he plays for England. He looks far better in game. So there he is, you know. Looks pretty good close up. Very believable lighting. It doesn't feel fake. It feels like he fits into the environment. The players starting to feel like they've got a little bit of their own intelligence.
We have about, I think, 12 different languages that we do our commentary in, and any given language has around 25,000 different phrases on the disc, and that's generally built up over 3 years. We try not to have anything in the game that's older than 2 or 3 years. Our biggest problem is repetition. You know, nice pass, yeah, I can hear that a bunch of times and not get upset. But if I hear Andy Gray say something about, you know, hitting the backside of a donkey with a banjo again, I'm gonna, you know, hang myself.
Maybe that's why we're level at the break. Yeah, I don't see a winner in this at all at the moment.
Now the commentary system has its own brain, has its own separate AI.
And all this effort isn't simply to improve themselves. It's also fueled by fear. Fear of the opposition.
We know Konami are very good at what they do, and in the past they've shown that they can create something that's really quite spectacular. So we're not resting on our laurels or anything. I mean, yes, we're happy in the position that we're in, but I don't think we spend a lot of time thinking about, yeah, you know, we've done it, we're top of the pile now. I don't think it works like that.
We are very fortunate to have a competitor like Konami and Pro Evolution Soccer, because it's like Alex Ferguson at the beginning of every season. You may have won last season, but all bets are off.
As you can see, team spirit is high in this place. Just as well, really, because if you don't like the letters E and A, you're a bit buggered.
Well, here we are at EA World, the on-site gift shop. As well as stamping every single object in the entire building with an EA logo, they also like to give their staff the opportunity to take home a little piece of the empire. Fairly obviously, you are able to buy EA games. My particular favourite of all are the EA underpants, which I think I would look fabulous in. Do you sell many of the black box pants?
The black box?
The black box underpants?
Underpants? I haven't sold one yet.
It's alright, I've got pants on, not boxer shorts.
Are they EA branded pants?
No, I only own one. That's not true.
Honestly, there's nothing more pathetic than wearing your own company's logo.
And with that, it was time to pack our bags and head to Germany.
Well, it's been a week and a half since our Vancouver adventure. We relocated to Cologne for Gamescom, where the good people of Germany are getting their hands on FIFA 10 for the very first time.
Almost 250,000 gamers descended on Cologne for Gamescom 2009, making the European Showcase the world's biggest games event in its debut year. But before kick-off on the show floor, there's the hype-building pre-match conference.
The new thing for Cologne though is our virtual pro system. For the first time in FIFA you'll be able to take your face and put it onto a professional football player using our photo game face technology.
The conference also reunited Rutter with his manager Peter Moore, who, despite advancing years, sent out a strong message to rivals that he's still match fit.
You know, I may need mouth-to-mouth resuscitation after this.
The following day, as supporters began squeezing through the turnstiles in their thousands, we were invited into Rutter's dressing room.
For the camera, hello, are you? Or you're already going, aren't you? I kind of like telling people about our game quite a lot, and I'm lucky to have been blessed with a fantastic game from the team back at EA Canada, so it's a very easy job for me to go out and kind of promote it, I suppose.
I'm disappointed you don't have your stage outfit on for us, Peter.
You and millions of women. Probably seen more of Rutter than I care to, quite frankly, but he's doing a phenomenal job. And Rutter's one of these guys that, you know, clearly a guy that spent, if you know his background, almost all of his working life making football games.
The announcements of Virtual Pro and Pro Club Championship bolster the single-player side of FIFA. Rutter has talked before of the strength of Pro Evo's Master League. Will FIFA 10 redress the balance?
For me, kind of. Our in-depth single-player game mode for me is manager mode. It's going to be a multi-year thing. We're a long way through what we want to do, but we're pretty ambitious people, so we've got a lot more we want to do.
In the meantime, the Konami stand gives Rutter his first chance to go behind enemy lines and see what his team's up against.
I really want to go and check out what they've done with it, because I get stuck in this little box and don't get to go and play any of the games. It's very sad.
Don't worry, Dave, we'll do the legwork for you.
Find out what the kids really think of FIFA. Are you excited about playing FIFA 10 though? Yeah. Are you a big fan of FIFA 09?
Yeah, it's a great game.
Yes, I love FIFA. It's a very good game.
Do you think FIFA 10 is better?
Already, yes. It's better than FIFA 09.
It's much better than the 09.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Well, that was FIFA. What about the other guys?
What do you prefer, Pro Evo or FIFA?
Pro Evo.
Why do you think Pro Evo is better?
I think the gameplay all in all is better than my FIFA.
And do you prefer PES to FIFA?
I only play PS.
And though he was locked in his dressing room when we saw him, Rutter tweeted us later to confirm he had indeed checked out PES. So how confident now is the big man of securing the big 9-0?
Regardless of what the Metacritic ends up, and it's going to be high Metacritic, but I think consumers are going to recognize the amount of work that's gone into it. And is it the best football video game anybody ever played? I think it's going to be, but consumers are going to have to answer the question.
And those consumers only have just over a week to wait. Meanwhile, EA is already looking deep into the future.
The dream will be that you can watch that Sky Sports replay and you're watching it through your Xbox 360 and you can at half-time or during the game press your Xbox controller and dive straight into our game and actually then play out what you've just seen. Blue sky ideas, but technology will overcome that very soon.
Now I noticed you've got a laptop down there. Does that have the custard pie footage on?
Yes.
It does?
I'm not showing you it. No, so it's not fair.
Custard pie actually is probably stretching it. It was some chemical oil-based substance, but we raised a lot of money for local kids charities, so a lot of fun.
This is going to go on forever.
It
The
is,
custard pies.
Custard pie gate.
Oh,
I'm not going to stop until I see the video, so you could end it all here.
Oh no, I'm not showing you.
Oh well, we'll just have to imagine. FIFA 10 is out on all major formats on October the 2nd.
I'll show you mine, happily.
Okay.
Oh, ah!
Gotcha.